Hi everyone, this is Peter, and today I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite books that I've read so far this year, and that is Gold Diggers by Sanjana Satyan. And this book follows a high school student named Neeraj, aka Neil, who lives in the Atlanta suburbs in the mid-2000s, and like many of his classmates, he sort of struggles with the pressure to perform academically. His older sister Prachi kind of possesses the intelligence, the ambition, and the respect for their cultural traditions that their parents have come to expect from them. And she's competed in the Miss Teen India pageant, and she recently was accepted into Duke University. So Neil is, definitely the pressure is on for Neil. But most of Neil's time and attention is devoted to his neighbor and crush, Anita, who is also a pretty stellar student in school like Prachi. And one day, Neil goes over to Anita's house and discovers that Anita's mother, Anjali, is making lemonade. But unlike most lemonades, this lemonade is made with stolen gold. And it turns out that this is sort of a recipe that's been passed down. Anjali learned it from her mother back in Mumbai, and her mother would make it for her brother to help with his academic endeavors. And so Neil sort of discovers that Anita has been drinking this lemonade, and he sort of wants in on this. The second part of the book jumps 10 years into the future when Neil is a PhD candidate at UC Berkeley, and Anita is working in Silicon Valley at one of the many companies there. And Neil is studying history, specifically the American Gold Rush, and really focusing on a story he heard growing up about an Indian immigrant at the height of the American Gold Rush. And so the two of them sort of reunite. They kind of talk about the events of the past, the consequences of their consumption of this lemonade, and Anita sort of proposes one last batch for them to make. And this is Sanjana Satyan's debut novel. It is in talks to becoming a TV show produced by Mindy Kaling, and the premise of the book is really compelling. It kind of poses the question of, what it means to be successful and what success looks like in the United States. Her writing is really immersive, and it takes us from 1980s Mumbai to 2016 in California, and back to 1849 in California during the gold rush, and sort of draws parallels between the American gold rush and modern day Silicon Valley, and sort of the movement of people to that geographical area in pursuit of success. Like I said, this is one of my favorite books that I've read this year, and I hope you enjoy Gold Diggers by Sanjana Satyan.